women can do it too, and women should be able to die like men, but they just don't. I'm like, why are you arguing that, man? It's like, why are you so desperate to want to die for some reason, man? Just to prove a point. Like, it's like the level of
man, that shit
cockiness and pride.
If we was to really switch the shoes and women walked in our shoes, because it's not the difference is women take on that responsibility, but they not held to it. A woman can say, oh, I want to be the grandma, I want to do this and do that, but they can also play, well, I'm a woman too, so it's playing both. You not stuck where a man, he ain't got no choice to be less than a man. You either a man or you not. You see what I'm saying? Where a woman, I'm a woman, so it's like you gotta have mercy on her, do the best, but I wanna test the waters a little bit. When it's too hot, I can hop it off. Your ass gonna hop it up.
When the clock started at 0, which is when you were born, you didn't come out the womb with obligations.
Right.
Your parents, as a man, from when we were tiny kids, we could remember the separation between us and our sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? They had certain things that they could do, certain things we had to do. You know, from a young age, we had to protect them, man. You were like, y'all was probably the same height, man. 2'2". If some shit went down, you had to die for it, right? Like, that's it.
So usually women that say that shit is younger women, bro. There's a lot of women, once they get to their 30s and they start to see this shit, they get tired of wearing that bird, they get tired of being strong, they get tired of not knowing that you put yourself in those same shoes. Because you were programmed to think this way, but now when you have to consistently live and provide and do for yourself, you will realize that this is too much for me. You see what I'm saying?
But yeah, I acknowledge that at this point, that it's not every woman that's like that. They happen to be the loudest and the most seen.
But the thing is, when a woman realizes the damage is already done, you didn't already scared your man away. You didn't already told him he ain't shit, you don't need him.
Yeah, you told your son that too. You probably didn't realize it. When you told your son's father that he wasn't shit and men wasn't shit and you didn't need him, you told your son that at the same time. You didn't even have to say it to his face.
And then women don't like to be held accountable. That's why they still. So even if a woman do understand this is too much, she will never go to that man and say you was right the whole hour. They don't do that, bro.
Never.
They never apologize. That's the biggest thing with men. We don't be petty, but if you willing to acknowledge that I was right, you soft for what you said and what you did with it, that's too much for them. They would rather stay bitter, be miserable before they submit
and that comes from a sense of not having, from a position of not having power. Because when you're in power, if you're a man and you deal with other men, you know how to move around men, you're coming from a position of having a little bit of authority and power, so you know how to relinquish that shit to just be like, okay, I'll admit I'm wrong just for the sake of you. Because we don't get any benefit from being right. We already admit, you know what I'm saying? When you get some type of some dopamine trip to where you feel like you one up the man, you know what I'm saying? Not to get off topic, but yeah. Basically, the world is upside down. Keep reading. Romans 7 and verse 18, I'm going to read it back. It says, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing, says, for to will is present with me. It says, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. It says, verse 19 says, it's not easy to do good.
In this world, the most difficult thing is to do the right thing. That's the most adversity when you're doing it, and it's not doing it, it's being consistent in doing the right thing. That's when you meet adversity. That's why the scriptures say he that what's that out there, 59 and I think it's like 15. He that escape and flee to make himself afraid. I got people. So I can. that over there.
Yeah, yeah.
He got that part where he can make himself a prayer or something. I think that's what it is, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said. You were really close.
I just don't know what verse. Because I'm just standing cool. That's why I miss my old bike where I had
59,
15 over. Yeah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 15, it say, yeah, the true devil and he that departed from evil, making himself a prey. And the Lord saw it and it pleased him that there was no judgment. Right, so the Lord is displeased when a just man is being judged unjustly. Right? Because they, like I said, they call take light from darkness and darkness from light. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So when you doing the right things, it's not doing it, but consistently standing on it. And that's why I commend men that stand on their morals and their principles, man. In this society, especially as a man, this world is here to, especially a so-called black man, this place is here to break you. Your morals, your natural human nature, all you are, masculinity, they're trying to destroy that, man, and make it something else. You see what I'm saying? So when you depart yourself from evil, you make yourself a prey of this world. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so hard to do the right thing or ashamed upon. When a woman is submissive to her man and she's looked shamed upon, but to be an independent bad bitch, smooth, bitter, is magnified, man, on a certain level, man. All right, so it's doing the right thing, but consistently doing it. That's where the, you know what I'm saying, the resistance come from, man. But when you're doing something evil and wicked, it's just embraced. You see what I'm saying? But it's the only way leading to death, actually. You know what I'm saying? It's just short-lived, you know? It's a battle. And that's just another battle, you know what I'm saying, that comes with the flesh and the spirit, man. So it's like, it's just a battle.
Romans 7:20 says, "For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do." Verse 20 it says, "Now if I do that, I will not. It is more that I do it, to sin that dwelleth in me." 21 it says, "I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me."
Right, so when you do good, evil is present with you. It's gonna always be what? That temptation. You're gonna always be tempted to do something bad or do something where it's gonna come to you. See what I'm saying? You wanna live your life right and stay out the way. That ain't enough, man. Somebody trying to knock it down. Would you build up somebody gonna try to knock it down? And it could be somebody who you trying to sacrifice it for, man.
Literally.
You know? So Satan always got his chess pieces on the board, man. When things going too good, you gotta prepare yourself like, oh,
that's that position to be in.
You know what I'm saying?
I think think about that. You gotta walk on eggshells with your own people because they be the first ones to really kind of talking about not even just like black people, but your family, man.
Or your own household.
Your own house.
They say your foes to be your own household.
Verse 22 it says, "For I delight in the law of God after the inward man."
Right, the inward man. Which
I know, and then we
that's what it's like after the most time. Alright, we don't delight after the most time in the flesh. The Lord don't give a damn if you got 2 or 3 songs tatted on you, or you got crosses and all this tatted. The Lord care about the inward man. Bring that verse back.
It says, verse 22 says, "For I delight in the law of God after the
Inward man, that's the spirit, man. So we know inwardly something is right and wrong. It just correlates with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. Because the laws that the Most High set forth, it's a way of living. It's not necessarily how the Lord made it to be. It's naturally in us. See what I'm saying?
inward man is like your spirit, man.
Yeah.
The outer man is your flesh, man.
We serve the Lord in the inward.
Yeah,
that's what we
man.
seek to do. That's where we seek comfort from. Now it's gonna be beautiful when it be in unison, where naturally it's gonna feel good without that resistance through the inward, or it's no stumbling blocks into it.
We get out of these learning bodies and get in our
Physical,
bodies.
spiritual bodies.
Yeah.
Our fishing bodies, man. The Lord willing that the Lord unleash this frustration, and I'll be a hunter as well, bro. Like for real.
Spirit, some years ago, I had a spiritual moment, you know what I'm saying? Where, I was laying down and I got like ejected from my physical body and going up into, I probably told you so, going up to the spirit, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up on a ship or something. I'm like, this is happening. I was on a ship. and over me were these two people, and I saw to the right of me, and to the left of me was a body, and it was supposed to be like my new body, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he's still he's not ready for the body just yet." So I ended up getting put back down to my physical body. But yeah, a whole bunch of stuff happened in between there. But long story short, yeah, what you are now is not what you think it is. Like, it's a mixture between you having to experience eyes through this flesh. But you are the spirit. So you should do things by the spirit, not by the flesh.
Right? It's the vehicle. You see what I'm saying? You driving the car, eventually you're gonna get out of it.
It's an avatar. Yeah. It's literally a vehicle. And that there's a lot of things that aren't what people believe them to be that you wouldn't even understand if you weren't through the spirit. Like, yeah, it's just a lot.
Maybe you can have a certain appreciation.
Yeah, certain appreciation. You get it.
It's one thing to know it always better, but it's to appreciate it.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's the problem with this world, man, is that the wicked control technology, and technology determines the progress of evolution to a degree. So because they're carnal and they go by this flesh, whoever controls technology controls their evolution. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in ancient times, even though some people were wicked as hell, they understood that the human was more than just this flesh, and they dictated their evolution by how much they could transform the spirit, how much they could get closer to that spiritual side of it. And that's why they were on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, as things progressed on, and him having a sword, and him basically weakening everything and setting things up how he wants to be, like how the wicked setting things up how they want it to be, they got really good at getting people to just sit at a phone for 10, 16 hours, and their progression and what they should be evolving into spiritually, getting closer to the Most High, they're doing it carnally, right? So they're as advanced as the next iPhone. So if they're on iPhone 14, they're not going to level up until they get an iPhone 15 and they can do this much more with the camera, so to speak. Not to get too deep, but the reason why certain people can't understand the spirit is because they're so carnal that their evolution is dictated by technology, which is dictated by the wicked. Kind of keep going on. It says, Romans 7:23 says, "But I see another law in my members," it says, "warring against the law of my mind," it says, "and bringing me into captivity," it says, "to the law of sin, which is my members."
Right, that's captivity, because you're putting on necessary stress for yourself. You're already dealing with the temptations of Satan, the stress of this world. Instead of, like you say, building that internal man, that inward man, you focused on the law, the carnal laws on the outward appearance to prove somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Like it's about what they say, self-love and all that type of stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? That inward man, your insecurity. You see what I'm saying? The Lord wants you to be secure about yourself. But if you so worried about the outside appearance, I gotta appear to be. The scriptures talk about they appear righteous, they garments, but inwardly they full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
And that's exactly why during that time when you got to choose between the mark and the spirit, you're gonna choose the mark, because that's what you determine your evolution to be by.
That's where your treasure is.
Exactly. That's your treasure. Yeah, that's what you determine makes you the next level of being that you can be. That's why when you start going into the metaverse, kind of project you into cybernetic bodies and shit like that, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's it, because I don't determine my evolution by my spirit, because they don't even believe in the spirit, because they never even stepped into the dojo long enough to fight to understand the spiritual sides of it. So they never got the respect from the spirit to be able to earn it enough to understand the knowledge of the spirit, because it has to be given to you. You can't just go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But because they're carnal, they're gonna just hop right into it. They're gonna hop into the metaverse, to the artificial intelligence, chip, market beats, all that stuff, man, because that's what they determine makes them the next level of living. That's how Esau set it up. That's how we can set it up.
And they say, oh, this is where the new world is headed, so you got to get ahead of the curve and all that shit. Like you following the ways of this world, you getting caught up because you trying to keep up with the children, keeping up with whatever. The elite, you just trying to keep up on the monopoly board. The elites know all this shit is bullshit, man.
It's a rat race, man, and we all run it. But some of us understand that we're in a maze, and some of us they think that's just how it is.
Man, we ain't running at all. We just, the Lord's sustaining us. We just running at a pace that's going to sustain us. We're not trying to finish the race because there's nothing there. Yeah, there's no finish line. There's no finish. Even when they chip, there's going to be something else. There's no finish line.
Never finish. They're going to keep seeing how far they can take it. Their goal is to be the most high. So they're never going to be able to get it. They're going to keep trying to do as much as they can.
And they spend as much money and time on preparing because they know it's going to be an end game. See what I'm saying? They understand it's going to be a time where the Lord going to come back and all this shit is going to be. So we got to fight against it. They got Space Force, all this stuff that people don't even know about that they think they doing on the left-hand side. But, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is.
Continuing.
Yeah, just close up.
Romans 7:24 says, O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
You got to be delivered from this body. You know?
It says,
so you can't live trying to please the flesh. You got to focus on the inward man. And that's a stumbling block to our people, man. Especially those that's within Israel, man. They put way too much emphasis on the outward appearance instead of dealing on the inward man. Because at the end of the day, when you in it, you're going to be tempted. They're going to tempt you according to your spirit, man. You gotta really have a real faith in the Most High. You see what I'm saying? This flesh might be torture, all that shit. It's to make your body a living sacrifice. This flesh gotta be a living sacrifice so that you can enhance to the spirit. It can't be you ain't gonna be able to enhance to the spirit and in the flesh. And that's not gonna work that way. You may obtain knowledge, but the flesh is gonna lead to corruption. You know? Go ahead,
It says,